it's a blue and white DRZ and a blue and white regular 450. If you're ahead of those people, then you're fucking up. The biggest thing that we noticed last year is if we have someone go down, we do not need the entire pack stopping. We do not need 60, 70 people on the highway for one person going down. If somebody goes down, 1 or 2 people stop, stay with that person, the rest of the pack continues. We do not need to make a pile up on the highway for someone going down. I can't stress that enough. If you don't know what you're doing as far as wheelies, this isn't the ride to learn it on. You should have learned that in a lot months leading up to this, so I don't want to see anybody chase a wheelie into the back of anyone, so keep it chill. Everyone good? Alright, let's fucking do it, guys.
Hell yeah.
Woo! That was crazy. Back at my parents' house now, and
I haven't looked at the footage yet, but I can imagine that by the time we reach the end of this video, you guys have seen some crazy stuff. That was wild. I don't do stuff like that normally anymore, but those Stay Broke crew cats know how to party, and every time we come to Dallas for the spring break ride, it is always epic. It keeps getting bigger and bigger every year, and it is really cool to see what it has grown into. When they started doing that ride, it was like, I think it was maybe 100 bikes showed up the first time, dude. There was, I couldn't even tell you. I don't know, it was like 1,000 people RSVP'd, so I don't know how many people were actually there. I'm sure somebody got a count, we'll find out, but I'm back at my parents' house. It's actually the next morning right now. Spoiler alert, I'm filming this the next day. Shit was just too crazy. I filmed the whole event as much as I could. Decided not to ride, skip out on the shit show of a ride. I'm just I'm not about that maniac bike life, 600 plus motorcycles in one spot at one time. I'm just getting too old for it, man. So I let those boys handle the ride, and I just hung out on the sidelines and filmed everything, tried to get some cool footage. I think we were able to get the drone up for a minute and try to get some shots, some different angles of the event. I don't know, man, I had the cameras rolling, so hopefully this video turned out cool. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. This video was a little different from what we've been doing here lately. I know that a lot of the people originally came to my channel for the bike life stuff, and yeah, I appreciate anybody out there that watches, you know, from the moto vlogs and back in the day moto vlogging, ripping wheelies and stuff. I'm just getting a little too old and moldy for that kind of stuff now, man. The arm jacked me up mentally, man, and that recovery was rough on me and my family. So we just we think a little bit more about the consequences before we get out there in a giant pack of motorcycles and start ripping wheelies and stuff. I saw a bunch of people fall yesterday. So many wheelie killers out there that are already so much better than I'll ever be. Those kids will hit the pavement, bounce right back up, and get right back on their bike and just keep wheeling. That's just not how it works for me, man. When I crash, it sucks, dude. I go to the hospital when I crash. So yeah, man, I'm not about that bike life anymore, but I did bring my bike just in case, but I decided to just hold off. Once I saw all those people riding out at one, dude, it was just, I don't know, man. I remember before, like, when all this started, the ride, like, from the meetup spot to the ending spot was like, that was the best part of it for me. Now, by far the most enjoyable part of the experience is getting to see all my friends that I don't normally get to see, getting to have the amazing conversations with people that think the same way that I think, really good conversations, just chopping it up with all my homies. And if y'all are watching this right now, much love. All right, camera died, had to change the battery. Like I was saying, man, by far my favorite part of the experience, hanging out, chopping it up with all the old homies back in the Dallas bike scene. It's crazy to see what the supermoto and just motorcycle scene in general has grown to in Dallas. See people coming from all over the country, come to the Stay Broke crew spring break ride. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. It's awesome, man. Shout outs to Ray and Anthony for putting that on. You guys are awesome. That was a big event to handle. Man, that thing can get overwhelming at times. As you saw, man, stuff was going crazy. There was some stuff that happened that was wild, man, like biker cop chasing supermoto straight through the crowd in the parking lot, and dude just hopped the curb and got away from him. And then I swear, I'm pretty sure dude just reintegrated. He like took his sunglasses off and turned his hat sideways and then just came right back, and they didn't even catch him. Then you probably see the biker cop trying to pull the dude off the back of the bike. That was wild. That was definitely a good time yesterday. I had a blast watching all the homies ride out. See my buddy Jared. Shout out to Jared if you're watching this, man. So many friends, so many friends that I haven't seen in a long time I got to hang out with, talk with, and just, man, do the damn thing. Shout outs to Ben, dude, thank you for hanging out with me and taking the time to kick it. I really enjoyed kicking it with you, Ben. That was awesome. Ray, Anthony, Pickles, it was awesome seeing you, Pickles. Subimoto had me on Bikes and Bullshit podcast. Keep an eye out for that coming soon. I'll make sure I let you guys know when that drops. That was a lot of fun. I've never done a podcast before, so I appreciated Subi having me on and letting me get the opportunity to do something like that. I had a good time just talking with him. I've known that dude for a while, so it was easy for us to just get into the flow of the conversation and just do a podcast. So that was cool. I'm trying to like make sure that I thank everybody and remember everything that happened, man. Shout out to Jake the Garden Snake. If it wasn't for Jake, you know, this shit definitely wouldn't have got rolling the way it did in the beginning, and now to see it grown to it doesn't even matter really what big name vloggers show up or don't show up. It's gonna be a massive event one way or the other, and I'm glad that I made the trip out here even though I didn't ride. I'm glad I made the trip out here so that I could see the shenanigans, see the shit show, hang out with all my friends, see everybody. Shout outs to B-Rad. I want to give a shout out to B-Rad. Me and B-Rad, we convoyed it in the F-150 in the van from the meetup spot to the ending spot of the ride. yeah, cop shut B-Rad down, told him he better not hit the concrete on his bike or he was gonna take him to jail. So that was crazy. Yeah, it was just a really good event, a really awesome weekend. Stoked to be back in Dallas, but I gotta head home soon, not before we make some fishing videos. So I think that's what we're gonna get into today, but we're gonna have to save that for another video. That's gonna wrap this one up, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.